Okay, now that I've done a couple different mushroom hunts, it's time to start processing these and putting them in jars. I do have some jars with lids now, so I can actually start some canning. Alright, here's the process. First I'm going to take and cut up mushrooms. Doesn't matter how you cut them up. You're just putting them in the jar, but I can cut them up into slices like so. Cut the stem down, cut them up. Doesn't matter, they're going to go in spaghettis or soups or whatever we feel like. So if you want long stems, you can do that. But that is it. And once I get all these done, I'll get to the next step. So we'll see you here shortly. Okay, now that I have all the mushrooms chopped up, the next thing to do is to put them in this boiling water. Now I won't be able to do them all at once, but I'll be able to do about a half at a time. This recipe that I'm going to be talking to you about is one that I followed off of YouTube, off of somebody that was doing it out of their RV out on a picnic table. So I really like their recipe, and I'm going to show you how to do it following their recipe. I wish I could remember their YouTube name, but if you're out there, you'll know who this is, who you are, and of course your recipe that I'm following. So what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to take mushrooms and put them into the boiling water, and you're going to want to let them simmer for 5 minutes. You also want to keep them submerged. So once we get to that point, I will get back with you and show you on the jarring and lidding. Okay, it's been simmering, slightly boiling too, unfortunately, but I wasn't paying attention to that. So the next thing you want to do is pull some jars out of the dishwasher that I've been heating up. And what you want to do is use this funnel, get it close to your stove. You want to start putting as many mushrooms in as you would like to have for meals. These could be good for spaghettis or soups. So that's probably enough in that jar. And what I'll do is just walk across here and stuff some in. Oh, we got all fogged up. Just a second here. Okay. And after you get a certain amount of mushrooms in the jar that you want, I'm going to put a little more in that one. You want to put salt in there. Now it's going to be 1 teaspoon of salt per pint. So just get it close enough and close enough. After that, what you want to do is you don't want to use the same water as you were cooking the mushrooms in. You just want to use hot water. So we're going to fill this up to roughly 1/4 inch of headspace. Alright, then what you want to do is you want to be able to pull the bubbles out. So you take the knife and you stick the sides. I put a little too much water in this one, so I'll drain a little off. But then what we do is we'll take this hot jar over here. It's already been heating lids. We'll put a lid on it. And we'll tighten her up. And then we'll repeat the process. We'll get back to you when we're done with that. Anyway, I was wrong about the headspace. We want to use 1/2 inch of headspace, not 1/4 inch of headspace. So we'll get back when I finish loading the canner, or pressure cooker I should say. I also didn't show you one thing we're supposed to do also, is wipe the rim before putting the lid on to make sure there's no food particles or anything on there. So that's it. Okay, that's all the jars I have from getting the mushrooms in there. I have 3 pints and 4 1/2 pints, 1 smallmouth. So anyway, what I'm going to do is put the lid on. This is an old pressure cooker, Magic Seal. You lock the lid in, you bring it up to pressure, and what you want is to get 10 pounds of pressure. You're going to do it for 45 minutes, and then we'll be done with canning these mushrooms. So we'll show you in the wrap-up. Now that the pressure cooker is at 10 pounds, I'm going to be able to turn this stove up to 45 minutes. And then start it. Oh, I shut it off. Let's do this again. And then push start. So we have that much time. I'll get back with you on the wrap-up. Keep adjusting it to keep it around 10 pounds. As you can see, I have a black line there and a black line there. I've marked those so I don't go above or below those lines on most occasions. Right now I'm at 11. I'm going to start turning the stove down. So when I'm done, I'll show you what I have. Already shut that off. Pressure's still up. We'll get back to you when I have the jars out of the pressure cooker. Takes some time to drop the pressure, so you want to do it slowly. Okay, now that it's at 0, should be able to unlock the lid, lift it off, get out of the way of the steam. Okay, I'm going to wipe the camera here. I'm going to do it from a distance. So what you want to do is use this picker, lift the jars out. Just like so. 3 more to go. One more. You'll notice I have different colors and designs of lids, but the rings are pretty much the same. And then we've gone on Amazon to buy some lids which don't have anything on them. Alright, so we ended up with, again, 3 wide mouth half pints, 3 wide mouth pints, and a small mouth half pint. Anyway, that's how you can chanterelle mushrooms. So there you go. Enjoy this video. Okay, there's a very important step that I did not add in this video, so I'd like to tell you that you need to put 1 to 1.5 inches of water in the bottom of your pressure canner. Do not can any food dry. If you like any of my videos, please smash the like or just subscribe, and it'll go a long way in helping me with making more videos. I am trying for 100 subscribers for 2021 and shooting for the moon in 2022.